Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
All right, this is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we listen to all of the records. We get into our biggest bangers, thinker from each of them, and we are finishing prog season this week with King Crimson, the classic prog band. Some might say the greatest prog band of all time. So yes, we're doing King Crimson. We listen to all of their records front to back, and let's just get into the rankings. F it, my name's Tyler, and out there hundreds of miles away is Jeff. But let's get into this. 13 records. We ranked 13 records from Court of the Crimson King, in the Court of the Crimson King to, I don't remember the last record's name. But anyway, let's start. 13, what do you got? Go.
So I didn't do my top 10. I just didn't want to. I don't care.
Top
and you
10
complained about
Pink.
like, oh, you didn't do your fucking homework. Did you your degrees of Tom DeLonge?
I did not do my...
Oh, so you did your fucking homework. So there you go. We'll call it evens. Because I did do it. It was actually really easy. But Adrian Belew, that guy, the guitarist, the one that you love so much,
Singer.
he played with Nine Inch Nails. He did work with Nine Inch Nails. So
easy peasy. To Josh Freese, to Elon Rubin, easy peasy.
Elon
there you
Musk.
go. And that's the 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge is where we connect the band of the week to our boy Tom DeLonge in 6 ways or less. There you go.
We've never encountered one we couldn't do.
That's true. We've gotten it we've been doing this for like 2 years. The 6 degrees bit. Yeah. So
we've
good.
done we've done I don't know, like old people's, right? Like fucking Buck Owens, the Tom DeLonge.
Yeah. And we got it all. I remember Rammstein being really hard. Outside of like Rammstein playing with other bands, like connecting Rammstein to Blink was actually pretty hard. Or connecting it to Tom was pretty hard.
Yeah, I think
remember that.
I think the non-English speaking countries bands that we do are sometimes hard because they tend to work with only people from that country.
Yeah.
So that's kind of tough sometimes. But yeah, we've done everyone. Rocked them all. You know
Rocked
what?
them all,
Rocked
baby
them
girl.
all. Anyway, yeah.
Yes, what do you got?
We'll get these pretty fast because I don't fucking dude. Like prog season was so fun until this week, and I don't know why, but I do not give a shit really about.
It was kind of a
Crimson.
slog. It was kind of a slog. Yeah, I agree.
And like, my God,
there are outliers though. There are some outlier songs that are just like, wow, this is so fucking good.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the record is just a fucking dud.
I don't care.
Yeah. So what do you got for number 13?
Number 13, The Power to Believe. You just got to believe. That's their latest record, 2003, their 13th record. Dude, I think I was just burnt out. At this point, I have like no defining characteristic for this album. I don't really remember it. I remember the song "Be Happy with What You Have." That was my stinker because that song was stupid, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And they had just got on tour with Tool at this point, and I was just like, "Damn, dude." Now that we're both Tooligans, I think like, dang, like the band that you inspired, right? Tool, are writing music that is so fucking cool and so rad and just so unique and whatever, and you do this? Like how? What the fuck?
It's a little tired. It's a little, especially like, at that point in time. Yeah.
Even with records that I don't like from them, they're still different. They're still different enough in their catalog, and they're still different enough to what's been happening in the music industry of the era. So I can respect even the ones that I don't like. But this one, I just didn't care. But this all could just be just fatigue at this point. I was fatigued.
13 Crimson records in a week. It is a lot. And I do agree with you that most of the records have their own unique thing to it that really sets it apart from the other one. But that doesn't always make it good. So my number 13 is Beat, their 9th record from 1982. This is 80s new wave based songs. The vocals I cannot stand. I cannot stand Adrian as a vocalist for the most part. He has some like kind of okay stuff later on, like in the 90s and shit. But Adrian in the 80s, my God, dude, his vocals just really just take me out of the song completely, out of every single song completely. And even then, the music itself, I just think I don't like that 80s sound. I don't like the 80s production. I don't like the 80s synth sound. I don't like any of that. So Beat, this record sucks. This record just fucking sucks. Stinker is Heartbeat. That song's really, really bad. I have no bangers. Some of these I don't have bangers for.
That's okay.
Because they're just not good. And Beat is not good. And some people swear by the 80s era, those 3 records.
It's true.
There's even the super group, with Danny Carey, Steve Vai, and then 2 of the guys from Crimson, or Adrian and the bass player. I forgot his name right now. But Tony Levin. Yeah, so it's like this super group where they only play like one of the most unique bass players, though.
Well, they already got Greg Lake, so at that point I don't care.
But yeah, in the end, it's a super group that only plays 80s King Crimson, and some people fucking love it, and that's fine. Good for you. I'm happy you like it, but I don't like it.
It's like in Step Brothers when the Billy Joel cover band only plays 80s Billy Joel hits.
Yes,
they're like, play this one. Like, sir, we only play 80s Billy Joel. Like, what the fuck? That's stupid. Why would anybody ever do a cover band like that? Whatever. Yeah, my number 12 is Beat. This could have been number 13. I don't know. The Power to Believe. I listened to it today. I was putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. Oh God, that was horrible. Beat. This is not much better. This is just continuing with that I don't know, the 80s Talking Heads era of King Crimson. It's too soft. It's too pop. It's like the closest they ever got to being a pop band. The songs are just so fucking boring. There's still like some cool like instrumental bits here and there. Obviously, Bruford kills it as always, but these are just like dumb 80s songs. I don't fucking care. And by and large, and we talk about 80s, we don't talk about like Metallica or like metal thrash. We talk about like
we're talking more new wave,
synth-driven, post-rock, post-punk, new wave stuff of the 80s, and that's just dumb. It's just dumb, and this record's pretty dumb. I could say my banger and stinker, but I don't like what I wrote. I'm bored even reading it, so I don't care enough.
I understand. Number 12 for me, 3 of a Perfect Pair, their 10th record from 84. No banger and stinker off of this one. This has a lot of the 80s sound still. It's the third in the trilogy here of the 80s records, but the 80s sound is still prevalent. Adrian's vocals are still just, I can't stand them. I can't fucking stand his vocals. They're just, I don't even say that they're not even like just, they're not bad vocals, but they're just so average, like so generic and vanilla, and oh my God, dude. And he tries to croon sometimes, and I can't stand Adrian's vocals at all. And whatever, he's a cool guitar player when Fripp and him kind of like play off of each other, because there's some cool jazz player. And there's some cool jazz fusion elements on here, like good jazz fusion, not the dumb stuff in the 80s and 90s. There's some good like 70s jazz fusion shit here throughout parts of the record. But yeah, in the end, I just think this record was a little dull. It wasn't overtly bad because I have no stinker. And the one thing that puts us above Beat is the fact that the Lark's Tongues Part 3 is on here, because there's some really cool parts on this song, some really cool things on this song. But otherwise, 3 of a Perfect Pair, still not good. I would definitely not get this on vinyl. So what do you got for number 11?
Same, 3 of a Perfect Pair. The idea is cool. Like, one side is this more structured, like song-driven songwriter thing, and the other side is just indulgence to the max. The traditional songs are just fucking dumb. They are boring. They are silly. They are uninspired. The instrumentals on side B are definitely, obviously, way more indulgent, but they get annoying. They get kind of fucking annoying.
Yes.
Like you said, the only saving grace for this is Lark's Tongue. That's a banger, dude. That's a fucking amazing, amazing song. And like you alluded to earlier, sometimes on these records that are just so fucking boring and I just don't give a shit about them, they'll have a song like, damn, that was really good. Mm-hmm. And that was
like harkens back to like Red or to Court of the Crimson King.
Just anything that's just like interesting. And I mean, I'll get to it more, but I like Adrian a lot. I like him. I like his guitar playing. I like his vocals in certain places. And
yes, okay.
The trifecta, these two are not it. But whatever. Three of a perfect pair. I don't care enough. Let's move on.
Okay, so Discipline is my number 11. Their 8th record from 1981, post first breakup from the band. Bill Bruford, he absolutely fucking kills it on this goddamn record. I mean, Bill Bruford from Yes, I mean, you just can't deny that he's an incredible drummer, both in Yes and King Crimson as well. And he has a jazz band called Earthworks, and I tried listening to some of those records, like some of the songs. No, dude, no. Unless you like cheesy jazz fusion from the 80s and 90s, it's just not good. It's just not good at all. But anyway, back to Discipline. We also got Tony Levin on bass, who's been in the band ever since. Adrian Belew is also on this one, first record as the vocalist and second guitar player. And this is where I feel his vocals are the most annoying, especially in the song Matt Kudasai. He's doing this like crooning vibrato thing, and it's just vocally, it's the worst thing out of their whole career, out of their whole discography. This is the worst thing they've ever done vocally.
Wow.
And I think Adrian was just trying way too hard. I mean, this is his first Crimson record. He was trying way too hard. But then his guitar playing, the back and forth harmonizing with Fripp was just incredible. With Robert Fripp was incredible. Like there was some John McLaughlin style kind of guitar playing here, like Mahavishnu kind of shit. There was some great early jazz fusion kind of shit on this record. So there are certainly moments on this record that kind of blew me away. But then you'd get Adrian's vocals and it would just completely take me out of it. So yeah, Discipline is my number 11. What do you got for number 10?
Number 10, we're still in the era I don't give a shit about. The Construction of Light, their 12th record, the year 2000. I mean, these all keep my interest too, I will say. Like I'm not this is not like some Foo Fighter thing where I'm just like, "Oh my fucking god, what the hell?" Like it's still interesting. This is just, it sounds dull. It's not very dynamic. All electronic drums. So like whatever. But goofy singing, and I'll get into much later when I go into Discipline. But I like Adrian's vocals. I like what he does. I like how he approaches songs. But this was just fucking boring and dumb. And I was like, bro, you're well removed from shocking us with some of the tricks that you use when you pretend to sing and spoken word stuff. I think the pacing of this album was weird. Like we go from heavy instrumental jams into just like loud bursts of synth noise. Like I don't get it. I don't get this record. I think it's stupid. But I don't know. It's better than Beat, I guess. And then Prozac Blues was the opener. God damn, I think that's their worst song they've ever done.
I honestly don't remember that song.
If you play it again, you'd be like, oh yeah, that was like, what the fuck? That was awful. Yeah.
I believe it.
But anyway, Construction of Light, I don't care enough anymore. I'm over it.
All right, number 10, Thrak, 11th record from 95. This is the first as the double trio, so 2 guitar players, 2 bassists, Chapman stick players, and then 2 drummers. It's the last with Bill Bruford. And yeah, I mean, once again, I cannot stand Adrian's vocals. I really don't like it on this one. But in the end, the record is a weird hodgepodge of genres and styles. I mean, you have stuff that's reminiscent of Red, that's reminiscent of the first record. You have industrial stuff. You have like 90s alt rock on here. You have like Beatles type vocal melodies that he's doing. And that's honestly the best part of Adrian's vocals on this, is when there's some cool harmonizing that he does vocally. But yeah, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. And I don't mean that in a necessarily bad way, because it honestly flows pretty well. But in the end, there's just so much better Crimson than this. At this point, there's nothing overtly bad about any of these records, but there's definitely weak points. Banger off of Thrak is Vroom. That's a fucking banger of a song. So good. So yeah, number 10, Thrak. What do you got for number 9? Go.
Number 9, Lizard. Getting slizzard. Yeah, the beginning of the jazz fusion era. I don't know, they're still singing, and there's still like the folky kind of Crimson song, like the whimsical nature and sound of their first couple. But it's just, this is the beginning, and I don't think it's the beginning of like the end. I like that Crimson pushes themselves to be different, and it always seemed like they were probably going to go in this direction. We'll get more into that in the main episode, and where jazz was at the time and where rock music was. It's just, I also think this is a tad like disjointed. the songs seem to like meander a bit at times. They don't really know what the fuck they're doing, and not in a way where it's just improvisational, free form music thing. It's just like, what do you like? Shut the fuck up, right? Like, we're done now. Like, we call it. And some tracks on the album of the week too is kind of like, okay, just to call it, we're done. But this was also a record that these guys have never played live before with each other before this came out. So
Yeah.
you don't get like a good groove and a feel, especially in a band like this and musicians like this. You don't get to have a good feel of people. And so like the songwriting definitely showed that. Lizard, the title track, the 23-minute title track that takes up all of side B. That was a cool song.
Did you listen to it on vinyl?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I listened to a Lizard album of the week, Red, and then what's the second record? All the stupid faces on it.
Oh,
Poseidon. Some Poseidon.
Yeah, in the wake of Poseidon.
In the wake of Poseidon.
Like
it was just basically whatever we had in the store.
Yeah.
And
Desert Growth
obviously
Records, huge shout out.
Crimson, I have it on my. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, Lizard, my number 9. I don't. Whatever. Move on.
All right, number 9 for me, Larks' Tongues in Aspic, the 5th record from 1973. This is a pretty fresh lineup. Bill Bruford had just quit Yes, joined Crimson. This guy, Jamie Muir, he was like an improvisational percussionist, joined the band as well for just this record and the tour. He abruptly quit after that first tour to become a Buddhist. Like he was disenfranchised from the music business and became a Buddhist, which is cool. I mean, whatever. But everybody spoke so highly of this guy, this Jamie guy, and how energetic and wild he was on stage, and it's added this whole kind of crazy element to the band. And you can hear it on this record. There's some weird percussion shit that you don't hear on anything else. I mean, he really left his stamp on this record. There is some cool fucking shit. Also, they ditched a lot of the woodwinds. So, the saxophone, clarinet, flute, other reed instruments. And then this guy David Cross came in, played a lot of violin on it. So this is the first we're getting of the violin stuff. And then a lot of heavy metal, a lot of metal. So this is like the band, building up to what became Red. Because Red is it's a very heavy kind of record.
Yeah. But
in the end, this record's a little bit scattered. Nothing flows too well. There are some incredible parts though. So in the end, yeah, Larks' Tongues in Aspic is my number 9. Banger is the title track, part 1. Honestly, the whole Larks' Tongue series, the saga throughout like their whole career, is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Most of the songs are really good. The best songs at some point.
It's like they spent so much time like, hey, we have a shitty record, but let's just make sure we get this one right.
I know, right? To keep up with the saga.
Yeah.
So anyway, That's my number 9. What do you got for number 8? Go.
Number 8, In the Wake of Poseidon. What we just talked about. Dude, so many lineup changes here. Almost 10 people played on this shit because this revolving door of musicians. Obviously, the biggest knock to this record is it's like the alternate takes from In the Court. Nothing wrong with it, but it just doesn't feel fresh. It doesn't feel any different for a band that just exploded right out the gate and shocked everyone. This is just it's number 2. I don't know. It's kind of dumb. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. No, I get it.
I also don't dude. I really don't care enough about a lot of these records.
So. Yeah, I know. I don't either. I mean, I think
I'm not
a lot of them are so dull.
There's only 3 records that I really do care about, and then one of them I'm gonna go to bat for hard because you're gonna fucking hate it. But other than that, I really don't care that much. Whatever. Pictures of a City. I thought if this record itself was just In the Court Part 2, then this song is the 21st Century Schizoid Part 2. It was really cool, but again, I've already done this.
Okay. Number 8 for me, The Construction of Light, 12th record from 2000. I think this album's pretty solid, honestly. Bruford left just prior to the recording sessions on this one. So Paul Mastelotto came in, played all the drums on it, and he played everything on an electronic kit. And honestly, I don't think it sounds that bad. I really, really don't. But in 2019, they went back and he recorded all of the drums over with a proper acoustic kit. But weird that in 2000 the guy just did everything on electronically. But it worked. It worked. The album takes a more experimental, industrial approach to it. I don't want to say like Nine Inch Nails, but more like Ministry in some senses. But yeah, it's definitely more probably their most industrial sounding record. And Adrian's voice, it's not nearly as bad as previous records. Honestly, it's not that bad on here because it doesn't sound like he's trying to croon. He's just singing to the song itself rather than being his own thing, and it's cool. It's cool. So the Construction of Light, I have no banger or stinker. I would never get this on vinyl. I would probably never go back to it, but it's just good output. Good output from King Crimson, especially in 2000. What are we, 31 years since Court came out? So, I mean, the fact that they're still putting
insane.
out, yeah, since they're still putting out like pretty decent music, pretty good. So, what do you got for number 7?
Good. Number 7, Starless and Bible Black. Some of these album titles too are just ridiculous. Just
they're
stupid. This is just a weird record that should almost be considered a live album. Like songs are recorded live, or they're studio recordings but have live parts mixed in, or they're live recordings with studio overdubs. Just a lot of improvisational songs, which is cool sometimes. Other times it's just fucking just so self-indulgent. I just, and like I said, well, because I get mad sometimes. I really do. I like just directionless music sometimes. I dig it. I think it's cool. But when you're getting a little too avant-garde, and you're kind of like, music is subjective, man, and like I can just do this, and I'll really make fun of the album of the week in some parts too. It's just like
Pharoah Sanders and all that shit.
But not even like, because they're still playing something. It just sounds like shit because they're not playing in the same tempo or the same key or whatever. But these guys just don't even play sometimes. They just make noise. Just straight up like non-musicians just making noise and calling it music because music is subjective, dude. Like, no, fuck that. It's annoying. But whatever. It wasn't a bad record. It's fine. I don't know. I still don't care.
Okay, that's fine. Number 7 for me, In the Wake of Poseidon, second record from 1970. At this point, massive lineup changes. It's only Robert Fripp and then Paul Sinfield. Was that his first name? I don't remember, but Sinfield. But he all he did was write the lyrics. Is it Matt Sin? Is it? Or is that from Simpsons?
Matt Pinfield.
Oh,
that's what I was thinking of.
But in the end, they wrote this entire record. A couple of the guys from the first record came and played on it, like the Giles brothers. They came and played bass and drums on it. But in the end, Fripp wrote this entire record. Greg Lake from Emerson, Lake and Palmer, he stayed on just to record the vocals. I think he played some guitar. No, I think he played some guitar on it too. But keys. It's Greg Lake. Greg Lake played keys. I don't remember now.
He plays bass. He probably does play keys, but he was barely on this record.
He was.
Felt kind of bad, so he stuck around for a minute.
He stuck around, yeah, and then after he left Crimson, he created ELP, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, which we fucking love that band. Great fucking prog band. But in the end, it's very similar, kind of the B-sides of the first record, just the ups and downs of the song style wise, just how the first album is structured. It's this album as well. It's the B-sides of it. So In the Wake of the Poseidon, number 7. What do you got for number 6? Go.
Islands. All my dreams are just silence in the sky. Suicide Machines. Islands. Fourth record. Shifting more towards the jazz fusion sound. Way more improvisational stuff. Loud sax already in the front. Heavy instrumentation. Heavy grooves. Very little singing, which is good because I was not a fan of this Bose guy. See, I couldn't stand this guy's vocals, but I do like Adrian's vocals overall. But Islands...
Overall, the vocals... I mean, Greg Lake is the only one who had, like, decent vocals.
He was the most boring. He was the most just, like, generic good singer. Like, I don't want to hear
but everything else is just not good.
I'll choose a quirky singer over just, like, a good singer any day because they're a dime a dozen. I can turn on The Voice. I can turn on X Factor. I can turn on American Idol. I can turn on any one of those things and hear a good, normal singer. Boring.
I agree with you. I generally agree with you on that, yes.
You generally don't know a fucking thing about anything.
Okay.
I see, dude. I don't care. I'm just picking fights for no
I
reason
know,
because I don't
I
give
know.
a shit about these fucking
I
records.
don't care, and I don't really care about them
God
either. So there's
damn.
no point in arguing.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't fucking. Island's my 6. I'm gonna blow through the next 2. 'Cause I don't care.
Okay. All right. So number 6 for me, The Power to Believe, their last record, 13th record from 03. This album is actually kind of solid too. It's mostly instrumental, thankfully, because I don't want to hear Adrian sing. It's very heavy, like a lot of heavy metal, industrial mixed into this one. It's also proggy. There's a lot of proggy shit all over it. And thankfully Adrian is not, totally fucking obnoxious on this one. Banger is level 5. I have no stinker, but this is a pretty. I think you were just burnt out by the time you listened to this. I really think that's what it was.
Is it worth me going back and listening?
I think it's worth checking out. Yeah, I think so.
If you say that, I will put it on my list and I'll listen to it tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. Why not? What else have you got to do?
Well, I can count on all my hands and feet things I would rather do, but if it's
Then don't
worth it
listen
for
to
me to go back,
I
then
thought
I will.
I thought it was because
Is
I
this
don't like
vinyl-worthy?
Adrian's vocals. No, hell no.
Then I'm not going back and listening to this.
Okay, then don't listen to it.
Because
All right,
if
so
you
what
don't
do you got
care
for-
that much, I don't care enough.
Don't. I would never get it on vinyl.
Then
So
I'm
what
not
do you got
gonna
for
listen to
number?
it.
What do you got for number 5?
Lark's Tongues in Aspen from Dumb and Dumber, 5th record. That's it. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, number 5 for me is Islands from 1971, 4th record. This is just free jazz fusion, and honestly, I don't think it's very annoying. I think there's some really great grooves and a awesome rhythm section. So no banger stinger off of Islands. I think it's cool. Not quite vinyl worthy and not quite there yet, but Islands is good. So what do you got for number 4?
All right. Now we're getting into things that I enjoyed, and if I have it in the store, I'm going to take it home and listen at home. I don't have this one, but my number 4 is Thrack.
That's high.
Cool name,
Okay.
too. Cool fucking
That is
name,
a cool
too.
name. Yeah.
Mid-90s. Dude, monster of a record. They have a double trio here. 2 drummers, 2 bass players, 2 guitar. Like, what are you doing? Right? That's stupid. That's crazy. But it works. These songs are interesting. They're very engaging. There are times when both drummers are playing off each other. One's kind of like just riding the toms. The other is just hitting the cymbal work. And there's not even a snare going on. So we're getting 2 completely different worlds of thought here. And Adrian, dude, he's got cool range. And he mentioned it, but like there are a lot of times he sounds like the Beatles. He sounds like Lennon. He
Yeah.
wants to do this. And it's
There's
cool,
some cool
and it's
stuff on
fun. It's not really anything groundbreaking, but I think to drop an album this good in the mid-90s in this climate is fucking wild. It is absolutely wild. They hit all the areas of Crimson. Like they hit every single one of their the trio from the Beats. They hit like their original stuffs. They hit all of it, but they don't sound like a legacy act. It just sounds, dude, it sounds like Pineapple Thief or Porcupine Tree. It just sounds like good fucking prog.
Yeah.
But Sex, Sleep, Eat, Drink, Dream, that was my banger. Dude, this was a bonkers fucking song. I think this one song encompassed their entire career. This was a beyond banger. And had I gave a shit enough to make a top 10, this would have made my top 10.
All right. And once again, going back to what we said at the beginning of the episode, every record has its own unique stamp, has its own unique kind of style, and makes it stand apart from the other. It's not like listening to fucking Pennywise and every fucking Pennywise record sounds the same, or every Bad Religion record sounds the same. You know, every record has its own identity and own set of characters and characteristics. So, my number 4, Lizard, 3rd record from 1970. This is it's bizarre. It's a weird record. I mean, coming off of Court and the Poseidon record, this is like off the wall. Like it's super jazz influenced. It's a wild ride, honestly. John Anderson from Yes sang vocals on parts of the record, and nobody got along with Robert Fripp. I mean, to the point where they had a shit ton of people play on this record and write the record. And then when they finished it and recorded it, Robert Fripp had no band. He had literally had no band. So he had to hire a bunch of dudes and go on tour for this record. It's kind of a mess, and clearly Robert Fripp is kind of the problem, from what I gather, from what I've seen.
He's the problem, but he's also the solution.
He's the only one who's been able to
Yeah.
stick around the entire time.
He is
That's the
King
thing.
Crimson.
He is only because he's stubborn and stuck around and used the name for as long as he has. But yeah. Anyway, I mean, I do like Lizard because of how just super jazz influenced it is. Not even like jazz fusion per se. Just, dude, there's some killer fucking shit on here. Indoor Games, killer song on Lizard. Anyway, that's all I got. That's all I got for this record. What do you got for number 3?
See, I put Indoor Games as my least favorite song on Lizard because
Which is weird.
it's it's kind of stupid and it ends with the laughter and
But I liked it.
like even the guys.
And then you read the
thought it was such a
story.
dumb fucking song that
Yes.
they laughed because they're like, this song was stupid as fuck.
Yeah. That's what John Anderson said. He said when I was reading the lyrics and I was singing it, I thought this is so stupid that I was laughing at the end of it. And Fripp thought that it was just, and the producer engineer whatever thought that just made it sound spooky and weird. But he was like, I just think this song is stupid. Or I think the lyrics he didn't say the song, he said the lyrics are stupid.
Which is funny that John
There's a
Anderson would think anything stupid because some of those Yes songs are stupid as fuck too. So calm down
then-
there, buddy.
But then yes, overall, yes. Have
Yes.
some incredible songs. I mean, I would say that are better than Crimson. Just saying. It's like, would you rather listen to Fragile from Yes, or would you rather listen to Crimson King from King Crimson? I
That's
would
tough.
rather.
That's tough.
I'd rather listen to
because-
Fragile. I would rather listen to
because
Fragile.
It's going to depend on my mood. That's a mood
Okay,
based thing.
fair.
But Yes
Fair.
overall versus Crimson overall, pff, please,
Yes. Through and
please,
through.
please.
All right. So what do you got for number 3?
Number 3 is Red. Red.
Okay.
7th record. I had to go back and listen to this one again today to get my final ranking because it was my number 2 for a while, and it's
What is your number 2?
I think there are 3 records in their discography that are if you were to like say like what are Crimson's 3 most influential records, it would be their first, it's going to be Red, and then my number 2 is their third. Well, actually go up, so 1.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Whatever. Those are top 3. This is highly influential. It is packed full of bangers here. I think it's a killer record, and it shows like the harder, more aggressive, edgier side of King Crimson. But there are fucking filler. There's fluff here. Providence, dude, that's a slog. That is a hard to. That's an 8-minute fucking just annoyance. Like, dude, you had so much momentum, and then you just like to a halt. And I did take this home, so I will listen to it this weekend on the vinyls. We have a nice, clean, super clean Japanese first press that I want to listen to. And I do think sometimes it's more conducive to listen to it sitting in my seat and with my speakers going on, have a couple of brewskis going on, brewskis.
And you're not powering through 3 or 4 Crimson records at that point.
And I really try, especially with stuff like this. I as we're listening to it, I'll read and I'm like, oh, this is a monumental one from. This is a big one. This is an underrated record. People love this, and so then I'll try and listen to that one with better ears. But like stuff like Beat and the yellow one, where like no one really gives a shit about those ones. Those ones I'll power through. But ones that I know I should listen to with, not my cloth ears on, like you always listen to music with.
Well,
Then I'll pay more attention to it. And Red was one of those ones that I paid more attention to. And I played it for Sloan, and friend of the pod Sloan liked it. And then I played it again today, and I can't get around the fact that there is filler. And it's not we're not talking about just like Weezer has a 30-minute record where like a 2-minute song is it's fucking like 8.5 minutes. Yeah. It's 8.5 minutes. Like, come on,
but it's still I wouldn't say it's fluff.
It's fucking filler.
It's not filler. It's not fluff.
It kills momentum. It doesn't do anything for the album. This album is like, I mean, it's only 1974, but it's their metal record. It's their, they're heavy as fuck. Crimson,
it's their 7th
crazy.
record.
I know. It gets so early on. And like, if this were the 80s, right, it'd be a different story. If this was a band that started in 1974 and this was their first record, it'd be a different story. It's just, we have to hold them in a higher regard than normal because of what they've already done.
Mm-hmm.
So Providence puts us at number 3. Oh, but Starless was my banger. Starless is a fucking banger.
So my number 3 is also Red, 7th record, 1974. I think this is one of their heavier records. Maybe even their. I wouldn't say their heaviest record. Their heaviest records were honestly from the 90s, 2000s. But this is for its time, 1974. This was the heaviest record. I think when it comes to prog music, really the only heavier records that were out at this time were Mahavishnu, even though that's more of a jazz fusion record, but it was still heavier than this. A lot of Yes. Come on, dude.
Heavier.
Dude, the Intermounting Flame from Mahavishnu, that's heavier than
Heavier?
Red. Heavier than Red. Yes, it is.
I don't know about that.
Dude, the Intermounting Flame is like, dude, it's unreal. That record is truly, truly fucking
I
unreal.
agree.
It's untouchable. It's untouchable.
Criminally underrated record that should go for more money than it does.
Yes, exactly. It's truly tremendous. But anyway, yeah, Red. Yeah, this is not a pivotal, but just such an important record for the band because everybody cites this as like one of their best, if not their best. I feel this set the precedent for what became the metal music of the late 70s. So your Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, things like that, like the British metal invasion. I feel like a lot of those bands were inspired by this Red record because there is a lot of heavy metal on here. There's some heavy ass fucking shit and some more complex type of songs, things that Judas Priest, KK Downing and the dudes from Iron Maiden were doing too. So I think KK Downing was an OG Judas Priest, right?
I don't like Judas Priest is dumb. I don't care.
I think maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. I don't know. But in the end, it doesn't matter. I think Red is highly inspirational and important for a lot of like up and coming artists or bands that were coming out of the UK. And yeah, Red's fucking heavy, man. It's heavy. There's some incredible parts here. I don't think Providence is as bad as you say it is.
Dude, it's awful.
No, I don't think it's awful.
Awful.
No, it's not. It's not awful.
It's not this. This is not up for debate. I'm telling you what it is, and you say yes, sir. That's what it is.
So my banger off of Red. I mean, I know we can get more into Red, but maybe sometime in the future we'll break it down. But
I don't think we'll ever do King Crimson again after this week.
We'll see. We also had some technical difficulties, so some of the momentum was lost there. But otherwise, I would have gone more into this. So anyway, banger is the song Red. And I have no stinker, honestly. So I don't think Providence is a stinker. So what do you got for number 2? Go. Wait, what is your number 2? What is your number 2?
Discipline. Discipline.
Such a weird outlier.
Discipline. I would tell you.
Such a weird outlier.
There is no had we like pre-ranked these, and had I read the synopsis of this,
pre-ranked these. Don't say pre-ranked them.
Pre-ranked these.
No, shut the fuck up. We ranked them or ranked them.
I would this would have been bottom. Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, this fucking guy who came from the Talking Heads, kind of, but then like he didn't be in the Talking Heads, and did Tom Tom Club and did all this other bullshit with like Bowie and Zappa. Like, no fucking way. This would be on the bottom. And I don't know, but god damn, I love this record, and such a huge shift from Red. It opens up very Talking Head sounding, and again Adrian Belew, Adrian Belew. I only know it's Belew because today one of our regulars, Glenn, old guy, likes 80s music, likes Talking Heads a lot, likes a lot of 80s rock. But I asked him, how do you pronounce it? He's like, oh, it's Belew. I was, really? And he's like, that's how I've always said it. And I was like, okay, well, he's been saying it like that for 40 years. I'll say it like that too.
Like the bear from the Jungle Book.
Exactly, Adrian Belew.
Spelled differently.
Like you. Adrian Belew is now the singer. I like it, dude. I like him. I love that I like that first Talking Heads record a lot, which Adrian Belew is not on that record anyway. But it's a cool record that is, and by and far, like 80s music in pop realm, and like we said, new wave and post punk stuff we don't like, but there are some exceptions, and like Tears for Fears, like that songs from the Big Chair, like banger. Some Police stuff, fucking bangers. Like, there are some exceptions to 80s music, and I think they found a perfect way to mix it with prog. So like, this record is the exception to shitty 80s music, but with prog. And I do really like I don't know. It's similar to Beat in a lot of ways. I get it, but it just sounds fresh coming off of Red. It sounds fresher. It sounds better. And Adrian Belew is a fucking fantastic guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
And even like Steve Vai, when he was trying to pick up on Adrian Belew's like parts, he's like, dude, I like Steve Vai, like everybody else, I thought he was just a normal guitarist, but trying to like learn his parts, I was like, what the fuck? These are weird. These are quirky. And I think it works because of the way he sings. He sings fucking quirky and weird. So like my favorite is Indiscipline, which I don't even think is a word. But that was the one where he starts off and he keeps repeating himself. He's like, I'm repeating myself because I'm stressed out. I'm repeating myself because I'm stressed out. I'm repeating myself because I'm stressed out. And it's just like this weird fucking like proggy shit that's just driving the spoken word poetry thing going on. It's very like Black Flag Family Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's very much like that. And I think Adrian Belew was besides like the album of the week, but like no, I think Adrian Belew was the biggest fun thing this week, because I've already heard In the Court of Crimson King, so that's not like a shocking thing. Like, oh my god, this is a good album. Like I knew it was a good album going in. Adrian Belew was the big shocker this week for me.
Yeah.
I could not believe that his guitar playing was so unique, so quirky, so fucking weird, so technical, but then also so like smooth. He can like do like quick finger picking, and then also like make sure Robert Fripp, because it's his band, make sure Robert Fripp has his time, but Adrian never like goes away. He knows how to make Roger. Fucking I'd more say Roger sounds weird. That last one sounded weird. He knows how to make him feel wanted, but also belittle him in a surreptitious way.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. Honestly, I don't think Robert Fripp is great. Don't get me wrong. He's fucking great.
He's iconic. He's innovative. He's historic.
But I think as like a technical guitar player, I don't think he's the best or the greatest. I mean, and I would agree with you. I think when Adrian joined the band, I think his guitar playing elevated the band. And like I even mentioned it when I Discipline was so low on my list, but I did mention like the interplay between Fripp and Adrian was fantastic. It was fucking great. Like there were some incredible, like I said, John McLaughlin style moments on here. And I think a lot of it has to do with Adrian, because you don't hear that kind of shit with the Fripp stuff on Red or on the first record, on anything in between. But Adrian brought a lot of interesting ideas guitar playing wise. But otherwise, his vocals suck.
I think like Talking Heads, especially the iconic thing I think is probably Once in a Life, the song Once in a Lifetime, where it's like same as it ever was, like that spoken word thing. Yeah, which Adrian wasn't on that song, but I think of that as Talking Heads, as like their because of the Brian Eno was already there, so that's just like them at their peak, and Talking Heads I don't care that much about. Like I said, I like their first record a lot, but they are very, very fucking unique. And they do have a lot of really, really cool shit. And when they hooked up with Brian Eno, there was a lot of cool production. And like the production was like through the fucking roof, and it was amazing. But then like Fripp got involved with Eno, and then there's just too much bullshit out there. There's too much boring ambient bullshit. But I think Discipline is lean, and I think it's mean. And you told me to re-listen to their last record again.
Mm-hmm. I'll listen to Discipline again. I'll listen to it again.
You need to get over the vocals, because you need to.
It's so tough, though.
You need to stop thinking as the vocals is like a singer. It's just another instrument that's just being fucking weird.
I know.
It's not like if he was scatting, it would be a little bit easier, because then you would just think, oh, he's just fucking making his voice as an instrument. But damn, dude, Adrian he's so good. He's I don't know. If we had like a top 5 best albums of the year that I had never heard of before, but only because of the pod, this would be on my top 5 so far.
No, that's. I mean, we're only 2 months in, but.
Well, March, so we're 3 months in.
Well, I mean, it's the beginning of March. What are we? 4 days into March?
You probably forgot.
4 days into March. Okay, so it's not a full month. It's not a full month, but that's okay too. You just don't pay attention.
That's a good. I'm gonna actually write that one down. Top 5 records that we had never heard of before, but only did it because we were listed. We're doing.
That's a good way to
list on the pod.
I like that too.
We'll come up with a better name in the next 7 months.
7 months.
Well, we're already in.
I mean, there's not 10 months in a year, dude. Math is hard. Pod math is hard. Pod math is hard.
Calendars are dumb.
All right, so my number 2 is Starless and Bible Black. Their 6th record from 1974. I had this on
Jeez.
vinyl for a while. I did purge it, I don't know, maybe in like 2022, because it's just, I mean, I rarely listened to it. But now I kind of wish I still had it. I think this is really cool. It's most of the record outside of one song, I believe, it's live. It's improv. It's them jamming and shit. And it sounds like it's them jamming, and they do it fucking well. So they recorded all this shit live, and then they brought it into the studio, got rid of as much of the crowd noises they could, did some overdubs on it, and then put it out. I think and I think there was one, maybe 2 songs, or maybe one of them was a B-side where they actually recorded in the studio. But it's jammy, and Bill Bruford and Wetton on bass. Just this rhythm section is fucking good, dude. This rhythm section is so goddamn good. And this is kind of what I want. I want a jammier King Crimson. It's like, I know they got it in them. They have it in them. They could jam. They could fucking jam really well.
All
but
their live shit
really
is great.
And honestly, I didn't
This is a
listen to
cheat
any
record.
of their. Okay, yes, it's a cheat record, but I mean, I think it's a good gateway into their live records. If their live records are really, really good, this could be a great gateway into it, and maybe I'll get more into their live stuff, because they have a lot of live records. Like over the last 50 years, I don't know. Maybe I think they have way more live records than they do studio records. Like from every fucking tour, they have at least one live record. But yeah, Starless and Bible Black. I think I love the jamminess of it. That's really why it's at my number 2. So I might pick I'll probably pick this up again on vinyl. So Banger, The Great Deceiver, or Fracture. God, dude, that's a beyond banger. Truly beyond banger right there.
Good.
But obviously our number 1s, In the Court of the Crimson King, the album of the week. So we're not going to get into this right now. We're going to break it down, so go get into that episode. We're going to get into the 5 songs, get into the lyrics, how it was made, and everything in between. But yeah, so there's that. And I'm just going to run through my top 10 King Crimson songs.
That's right.
Jeff didn't do his homework, and that's okay. That's okay.
You do your Tom DeLonge 6 degrees?
This is the more important homework. This is like the finals, the finals of the semester, and
This is the finals? So not the rankings, is the final. This is the finals.
This is the final. You didn't show up for this homework. Yeah. There's only 2 sets of homework, and this is like the homework leading up to the finals, which you did not do. The most important section.
So it's still just homework.
It's still homework. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway, my number 10, The Court of the Crimson King, the title track from the album of the week. Number 9 is One More Red Nightmare from what record is that from? I forgot what some of these records are from. Gotta expand it a little bit there. From Red.
Oh, Red.
Yeah, Red. And then Indoor Games from Lizard. Number 7 is Cat Food from In the Wake of Poseidon. Number 6, Lark's Tongue and Aspic Part 4. Yeah, Part 4 from The Construction.
Okay.
Number 5 is Pictures of a City from In the Wake of Poseidon. Number 4, Red from Red. And number 3, Lark's Tongue and Aspic Part 1 from the title track. Number 2, The Great Deceiver from Starless and Bible. And then number 1, 21st Century Schizoid Man, because that is the best song, hands down.
Would 20? Yeah, I was going to ask, like 21st Century. That is their best song, though, right?
Now, yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Good.
Yeah, of course. That's why it's my number 1.
Good.
That's why it's my number 1, dude.
Well, you have dumbass fucking lists sometimes, so just wanted to be sure.
All right, so is that all we have for this week?
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, you smash that subscribe button, dude, and that's what the kids say. So that's it. That's all.